Hello fellow travelers, and thank you for joining me on this 2020 no-buy journey. This is my second video, and in this video I'll be showing you the results of my week 1 challenge and telling you what my week 2 challenge is going to be and the overarching challenge for the month of January. I'll start with my challenge for the entire month of January. My original challenge was just to post one video in the entire month of January. I thought that creating a YouTube video was going to be super time consuming and difficult for me. I've never been in front of a camera. I didn't know how I would feel, if I would be super nervous. I've never even opened an editing software, so I didn't know how long it would take me to learn that. And on top of it all, I didn't even know how to record on my camera. So there was a lot for me to learn. Even though I kind of had planned to do this, I just didn't have the time to learn all of that stuff before January started. Somehow on January 1st, I woke up with just determination in my heart and 5 pages of stream of consciousness notes. And I sat down and I recorded it all in one take. I edited it, I just downloaded some editing software, I edited it, and I posted it. And it is a train wreck. But at least the train is filled with glitter and good intentions. And I'm so happy I posted that. I'm so glad that I have that visual representation of the birth of this permutation of myself. So my new challenge for January is to post 5 more videos in the month of January for a total of 6 videos. I really think I can complete this challenge because I had so much fun with the first one. As soon as I posted it, I was looking forward to the next video I was going to create. Plus, I had so many things to improve upon from that first video, like the focus and the lighting and the audio. Hopefully I've kind of fixed those this time. I was just looking forward to improving. This challenge also builds a framework for what I hope will be a successful upload schedule. I plan to upload a video on every Saturday or Sunday, and then one on the last day of the week. The Saturday and Sunday videos will just report the results of the previous week's challenge. And then obviously the last day of the month video will just be a general check-in. Now for my week 1 challenge, which I started Monday the 30th and ended yesterday, I challenged myself to use my Pat McGrath Mothership 6 Midnight Sun palette every single day. I'm really good at using my Pat McGrath palettes to create party looks, to create looks for going out to concerts and parties and just special events. But for everyday use, they're kind of useless to me. I work in an office environment, which is very laid back as far as the dress code is concerned. I wear jeans pretty much every day, but it's not really the place for purple duochrome glitter just all over the eyelids. I've done it before, but it's just not something I'm comfortable wearing every day into work. And it's a challenge to get everyday looks out of those palettes for me. Since I rarely go to those aforementioned special events, I rarely use them, and it makes me so sad because they're one of my favorite things in my apartment, and they're beautiful to look at. They're on display on my vanity, but I'd really like to get use out of them. So like I said, I just finished that week 1 challenge, and I couldn't be more delighted with the result. I was actually so delighted with the results on the second day of the challenge that I decided to add an extra layer of difficulty to the challenge. I decided to take a picture of the look every day and share it in these videos. Well, on day 1, I created kind of a normal look that I would have. That day I used Taboo in the crease, Vermilion Venom on the outer corner Bronze Eclipse on the lid, and then Jubilee kind of packed on the inner part of the lid. It looked fine, but it was a bit much for work. It was too smoky, the mattes were too dark, and it was just too much. So that night I decided to watch a YouTube tutorial on makeup. I came across one posted by the beautiful Mel Thompson that focused on how to use the Pat McGrath mattes. So for the second day look, it was New Year's Eve. I decided to kind of create a chill look, even though it was New Year's Eve. I was just going to brunch with one of my friends, and then we were gonna go antique shopping because that's just what I do for New Year's Eve these days. Thank you to my filler ginger, Alicia, for that meme. I was so completely blown away with the look that I created. That's when I realized I needed to capture this shit on film and just share it with the world. So here it is, and let me just preface this by I had no idea how difficult it was to capture an eyeshadow look on camera. So I also had to watch another YouTube tutorial on that, and it was a struggle for the whole week. But by the end of the week, I got myself a great setup. I do regret not buying a ring light at the beginning of the year, but at this point, I can't buy one. So for this look, I started with a light base of ColourPop and no filter concealer, and then set it with Tempera from Modern Renaissance. Then I used Taboo on the lid and the crease. I was able to gently and lightly build that up, implementing the skills that I learned from Mel Thompson the night before. After I got that to a place where I really, really loved the color, and it wasn't too dark, and I was amazed by how well I was able to blend it out and how just light it was. After that, I gently touched my finger on Astral's Solstice and swiped it across the lid. These pics just do not do the glitter justice. It truly was like an angel woke up from a Sunday afternoon nap and just stretched her wings and then ruffled her feathers, and all of the glitter that shook free just landed on my eyelids. It was truly special, and I just got so excited about what was to come. So on day 3, I used ColourPop Tempera base again and glitter glue on the eyelid. I did Taboo in the crease, Blitz Violet Orchid on the outer lid, Blood Moon 005 on the inner lid, and Astral Solstice on the inner corner. I also used Skin Show Moon Glow on the brow bone, and I absolutely loved this look. This is the kind of look that I would create to go to one of those special events. On day 4, I used the ColourPop and Tempera base again, Taboo on the crease again, Wicked Envy on the lids, and Skin Show on the inner corner and brow bone. I loved Wicked Envy. I worked it in with my finger and it kind of emulsified, and it was just gorgeous and slick. And this is definitely a look that I can wear to work. Now, I think you can see at this point that my eyelids are kind of a war zone for eyeshadow. I have a lot of texture. I think I have double hooded eyes. And my, right above where my crease is tends to get dry and flaky. So I'm obviously not photoshopping these photos. What you see is how it is on my eyelids. There's no smoothing. And for these shadows to perform as well as they do on just the hurdles they have to overcome on my lids is pretty impressive to me. Day 5, I did again the ColourPop Tempera base, and this is when I had the guts to try a little bit darker matte. So I did go into that Vermilion Venom all over my crease, above my crease, and on my lids, and then use the same method I used on day 2 with Astral Solstice, just barely touching my finger to that and then swiping that over my lid. I again used Skin Show Moon Glow on my inner corner and brow bone. And I wanted to mention that I also use that as a highlighter all week, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. And as with day 2, I was so impressed by the way I was able to build up this mat to this beautiful, just kind of cherry mauve-y color. It had always been too dark for me to wear to work, but this obviously is a look that I can wear to work. On day 6, I changed up my base a little. I used the Glossier Future Dew, just a little teeny bit of it, just spread on my lids. And then I took my finger and rubbed it around a pretty good amount of Blitz Violet Orchid, and I just smeared that all over my lids and into my crease and above my crease. And then I layered that with a pretty hefty layer of Astral Solstice. That again, I just smeared it everywhere. This is another concert look for me, and when I do these types of looks with these palettes, I don't care about the fallout. In fact, I kind of like the little dusting of glitter that I get all over my cheeks and my face. So that's that. My conclusions are that I am absolutely in love with this palette. Wicked Envy, again, was a color I fell so much in love with. Obviously, I used Astral Solstice a lot. I loved that platinum glitter and just the ethereal glow when I just patted a teeny little bit onto my lids. I have 4 more full-size Pat McGrath palettes and 2 of the 6-pan palettes. So for the next 6 weeks, my challenge is going to be 1 Pat McGrath palette a week. And I'm so looking forward to the next 6 weeks of those palettes. At the beginning of the week, they intimidated me and I wasn't getting any use out of them, and I'm looking forward to finally getting some payoff from that hard-earned money I spent on them. My biggest lesson this week is that I don't have to use a heavy hand with these palettes. It is tempting to want to pack as much of those special shades onto my lid as possible, but learning how to build the mats and also scaling back on those special shades really gave me some looks that I never thought was even possible with that palette. Another bonus was that falling in love with this palette and creating so many gorgeous looks definitely curbed my desire to just find something that could give me these looks. So for my week 2 challenge, I will be using this. So for my week 2 challenge, I will be using this naughty little guy, and it doesn't have any mattes in it. And this is what it looks like. And it doesn't have any mattes in it, so I will be pairing it with the Modern Renaissance. That was the first palette I ever purchased, and it still performs very well for me, and it just goes very well with these colors. I know there was a lot of controversy around this, and I honestly don't even know how I got it, but I did, and I'm super excited to really use it and fall in love with it, hopefully the same way I did with the Midnight Sun. Since this is day 1 of week 2 for me, I am wearing this on my eyes right now. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Open up, you OPN, bitch, you won't BBM. We should be closer than friends.